Did you know that if you were born in the wrong place, to the wrong family, surrounded by the wrong people, there's a high chance you'll die poor? And the worst part? You'll believe it's your fault. But it's not. You were programmed. Before you even knew what money was, someone was already teaching you how to be poor. And no, it wasn't just your school, not just your parents. It was the entire system. And in this video, you're going to understand exactly how that programming happened, to you and to millions of others, and why most people will never escape this trap. But you can. The question is, will you? Let's start from the beginning. Imagine two babies born into different families. One is born in a wealthy neighborhood, the other in a poor one. One is handed the wealth manual through the habits of their home. The other doesn't even know such a manual exists. Yet both babies have the exact same potential for intelligence. The difference isn't in them. It's in their environment. While one hears their parents talking about investments, opportunities, planning, the other hears, money doesn't grow on trees. Only those who have to work. The important thing is being honest. And here's the twist. These parents mean well. They're trying to protect, to teach survival. But the real effect is devastating. That child grows up believing that dreaming big is arrogance, that wanting more is selfish, that rich people are evil, and poor people are more noble. The result? When they become adults, they'll feel ashamed to earn well. They'll think charging high prices is wrong. They'll sabotage themselves without even realizing it. They'll work like crazy and stay poor. Have you ever felt like that? That no matter how hard you try, something always pulls you back? Like there's some invisible wall blocking your progress? That's the programming. But where does it come from? It comes from culture, from school, from TV, from movies, books, religion. Everything you were told was normal. You know why? Because people programmed to be poor are easy to control, to exploit, to keep obedient. The rich think, they question, they make decisions, they create. The poor obey, accept, conform, survive. That's the game. And the worst part, nobody told you this. Because if you knew, maybe you wouldn't have accepted everything you've accepted until now. That old saying, if you're born poor and die poor, it's because you had no choice. It's a lie. You did have a choice, but they gave you the illusion of freedom. It's like a chess game where you only know how to move pawns. You don't even know queens and rooks exist. School taught you to memorize formulas, but never taught you what compound interest is. It trained you to become a good employee, but never how to generate income on your own. It trained you to punch a clock, never to build something. And you know what's cruel? Most people never even realize they were programmed. They truly believe they're bad with money, that they're not cut out for wealth, that they just don't have the rich mindset. But what if I told you all of that is learned? No one is born thinking small. We learn to. Look at a child. They want everything. They dream big. They believe. They have no limits. Then the world comes in and teaches, you can't. That's impossible. Slow down. Be realistic. And every one of those phrases is another brick in the wall of your mental prison, a wall that separates you from the life you could have. So, are you saying the system is to blame? Yes, but it's not about blaming. It's about understanding. Because once you understand the game, you can change the rules. But be warned, change is painful. Because staying programmed is comfortable. It's easier to stay where you are. Repeat what you've always heard. Have the same conversations with the same people. Breaking that takes courage. You'll have to question everything you were taught. Read books no one around you is reading. Step into rooms that intimidate you. But that's where the game changes. Want a real example? Look around. Think of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If they're all afraid of money, you'll be afraid too. If they all believe making money is too hard, so will you. Now, if you start hanging around people who think differently, something shifts. It's not magic, it's influence. You absorb ideas, behaviors, habits. The difference between a poor person and a rich one, most of the time, is how they think, how they view time, effort, risk. The poor think, I need to work now to get paid today. The rich think, I need to build something that pays me forever. The poor trade time for money. The rich build systems that work without them. And this isn't about being better or worse. It's about what each person learned. So tell me, what did you learn about money? If I could open your head right now, what phrases would I find? Money is evil? Getting rich means losing your friends? If being rich means losing my peace, I'd rather stay the same? Right. Those phrases live inside you, and while they're there, you'll sabotage any chance of escaping poverty. But is there a way out? Yes. You have to reprogram your mind, and it starts with a decision. Decide that you're no longer going to accept the life you were taught to accept. Decide to question, to study, to invest in yourself. And no, it's not quick or easy. You'll feel lost. You'll doubt yourself. You'll be mocked. You'll lose friends. You'll be called arrogant, greedy, fake. But over time, you'll look back and realize it was worth it. Because the pain of staying poor is worse than the pain of changing. You don't need to win the lottery. You don't need luck. You don't need a Harvard degree. You just need to reject the programming. Stop thinking being poor is noble, that suffering is beautiful, that working until you die is the right path. Start by observing your beliefs. When someone offers you a course, do you think, too expensive? Or, how much could this earn me in the future? When you see someone earning big, do you feel admiration or envy? When you hear the word investment, do you think passive income or scam? Your answers say a lot about your programming, and here's what's amazing. You can reprogram. It doesn't matter where you were born, who your parents were, what school you went to. The human brain is plastic. It molds, it learns, it evolves, but only if you let it. If you keep consuming the same content, following the same people, having the same conversations, nothing changes. But if you start reading books that expand your mind, following creators who challenge you, entering communities where talking about money isn't taboo, the transformation begins. It's painful, but it's real. I know. Because thousands of people have done it. People who were deep in debt and now live off passive income. People who used to earn minimum wage and now run million-dollar businesses. What changed? Their programming. They realized the system wants you to be afraid to fail, afraid to try, afraid to step out of line. Because fear keeps you controlled, but knowledge sets you free. And here's a truth that might sting. If you keep thinking like a poor person, you'll stay poor, even if you start earning more. Because being poor isn't just about how much you make. It's about how you think, how you act, how you decide. There are people earning $6,000 a month who are still poor because they spend it all, don't invest, don't think long-term. And there are people earning $800 a month who are building, planting seeds, changing the game, because they learned what most never do. It's not what you have. It's what you do with what you have. You were programmed to survive, but you can learn to thrive. All it takes is one decision. So what's it going to be? Will you keep obeying, or will you start questioning? Will you repeat what you were told, or create your own path? Will you accept poverty as your destiny, or rewrite your story? The choice is yours. But remember, no one will do this for you. The system will keep offering comfort, telling you to wait, to settle, but now you know that's part of the plan, and you can walk away from it. You just need to take the first step.